And a very good morning to you, boys and girls. It is Tuesday, the 3rd of November 2020. A very good morning to you, and welcome to this morning's United Kingdom Talk. Slightly different format this morning, in that the fact I recorded this for you earlier. You see, that's dedication. Ooh, dedication. Ooh, dedication. That's what I mean. It's like the middle of the night now. However, this is your Tuesday show because today I've got the plumber coming around this morning sometime after 8 o'clock. So I didn't think I was going to be able to do a show. But I thought, you know what, years ago... my collar's a little bit untidy there. Years ago, not too long ago, but those of you that have been with us the show for years and years and years will remember we always used to be recorded. First audio, and then the video came along completely by accident. But yeah, we used to be recorded. I used to record it the day before, upload it, and let it go the next day. So here we are. All right, it could be the shape of things to return. Who knows what will happen in the strange, mysterious world of Chris Reardon, who hasn't got his little bits of music ready. I'm still having issues with this music thing. And I must admit to you, boys and girls, I've just had one of these. I've actually got a little bit of acid coming up now, and it's my own fault. Because I've had one of these, a cherry bakewell. Just one. Look, it's only one. It's only one. I've just had a Marks and Spencer's cherry bakewell tart. Now, I don't eat the cherry. The cherry is still there. Does anyone want this at all? Anyone interested in a little cherry this morning? This is quite nice, actually. Just sitting here like this, and you can get up in the morning, watch it at your leisure. You haven't got to be there at the right time. Amazing, really, isn't it? So that was very, very nice. This poor doctor. Now, I know... some of you have been done before by being duped. I think that is the word. Duped, boys and girls. Duped. Either on eBay or Facebook. Some few months ago, my mate got done on Facebook a couple of times, actually, by different things he'd ordered off the Facebook. Not the marketplace, within an actual sort of, you get the little adverts up on Facebook for various different things. He bought something on one of those, and what arrived from China was nothing like it. In fact, one thing, and the trouble you have getting the money back, and I know the same has happened to some of you on eBay as well, but this poor man, an Indian doctor in the Daily Mirror this morning, he paid £72,000 for that. Now, if you are one of those gold-loving, artifacty, typey people who likes that sort of thing, you may be able to look at that and say, well, yeah, that looks like it's worth £72,000. I wouldn't have a clue. Know nothing about gold or jewellery or anything like that. But in the Daily Mirror, this man told police in the northern state of Uttar Pradesh that a trickster pretending to be an occultist. Occultist. Are they the one that do Ouija boards? Let's try it now. Is there... try it with this. And my Casey Jones DVD. Casey Jones, steaming and a rolling. Here we go. Right, let's do this. Okay. Is there anyone in here? Yes. Did you see that? My roll of tape moved around. Are you a friend? Yes. Do you want to talk to us? Oh, no. Okay, goodbye then. Don't want to talk to us. Is that what an occultist is? Someone who does stuff like that? And exciting. Woo! Woo! Oh, we've had a Halloween. That was a disaster, wasn't it? But anyway, listen. A doctor in India paid £72,000 for an Aladdin's lamp, after tricksters faked a genie and said it would bring him riches and good fortunes. Who's been rubbing away on something and expecting a genie to appear? Really? Dr. Leek told police in northern state of Uttar, I think, Uttar, Uttar. I'm practicing. I want to read BBC News at some point. Uttar Pradesh, that a trickster pretended to be an occultist and made a genie appear from the lamp. Sorry. But the genie was a second con man who was in on the swindle. The impressed victim paid 7 million rupees for the lamp, but when he brought it home and the genie failed to appear, he realised he had been the victim of an audacious scam, and contacted the police. Me, coming around. Not as fast as they would do if you were caught speeding, but they were there quite quickly anyway. Dr. Khan told the news outlet NDTV that he met the two men while treating a woman he thought was their mum. Terrible. In a police report he filed last Sunday, he said, gradually they started telling him be a Baba, which is a priest, whom they claimed had also visited their home. They started brainwashing me and asking me to meet this Baba. The doctor reportedly met the priest who seemed to perform such rituals. However, during one of his visits to the men, Dr. Karl said that when he asked if he could touch the genie or take the lamp home, where he was told he could harm the genie. He was told he could harm the genie if he touched the lamp. Come on, girls, admit it. Who wants their genie harmed? Me! I want my genie harmed! Touch it! Touch it! When the men sold the lamp to him, they promised it would bring them health, wealth and good fortune. Liars! Oh, it's like putting a pound in a building society. They promised you a fortune, didn't they? And then 8 million years later, you've earned 1 penny interest. What can you spend that on? The cheats had struck a deal for much more, but the doctor had paid about $93,000, which is about 70, what did I say it was? £72,000, something like that. That's a lot of money for a scam, isn't it? Gosh. Police have arrested 2 men who are being kept in custody ahead of the charges being filed. So do be careful of that. It's so easy. It's so easy to be scammed. I'm sure you've had the various emails going around and Facebook messages. Click on this, click on that. They're all out for the cash, you know. Watch out for the men who want your cash. Women as well, and children, depending on what country they're from. You know the ones I mean. Anyway, that's it. Popped into the post office yesterday. All our little prizes have now been posted to our various recipients. Congratulations to all our prizes. And a particular congratulations to the delightful Paul and Lou, who won the fridge magnet yesterday, which is fantastic. Okay, well done to you two. Well done to you two. Today, as I say, the Boiler Man is coming today. So no live show this morning. That's why we're here tonight. I might do a few more little recorded ones. We'll see how this one goes anyway. And after the show yesterday, post office, there were no queues outside Aldi, which I found a bit odd. Because all the shops were reporting the fact that, you know, there were all these supposed to be millions of queues outside all these places. It's in the papers again. Shelves are being stripped bare. Everyone thinks, a lot of people think we're all going to run out of food. That's not going to happen, dear. It will if you keep blooming going to the shops and clearing everything out. It's probably only the great big fat people that go in there anyway, you know what I mean? Worried about running out of donuts and sweets, crisps. Ed, there was a bloke yesterday, actually, I saw him loading this stuff into the car. He must have had 5 loaves of bread. I mean, why don't you just become a Catholic? You only need a few slices. Bless it, and all this other bread appears. Fish as well. Except the only thing is, I'm no good with fish. I'm not keen on fish. At the feeding of the 5,000, I would have only had the bread. Did he offer toast, or was it just plain normal bread? Did he do toast? Perhaps we should try that on the show. I could get a loaf of bread here, bless it, and see what happens. I won't be able to move in this room through slices of the bread falling out of the sky. Talking of things falling out of the sky, good film I watched last night called The King. It's on Netflix, and it's about King Henry. Okay? And I mentioned things falling out of skies because at one point he has his, what are they called? Bow and arrow men. Archery men. Archers. Archers? No, archers is a thing on Radio 4, isn't it? Ba 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 ba. Does anyone listen to that? My mum used to listen to that. the archers. No, he had his archers, you know, the ones with bows and arrows. And he fired all these things up into the sky. And they fell down on the enemy. The French. Au revoir, mon amis. Dead. So that's a very good film to watch. That's all I'll tell you about it. It's a lovely film, actually, and it's called The King, and that's on Netflix, something I watched last night, as well as a second episode of the little girl who's playing chess called... Oh, I just hurt myself. Oh, that's enough. I'll tell you what I've done. Can you see this? Can you just about see that, can't you? There was a sharp nail on there the other day, and I've cut it too short. So now the nail is digging into the skin, and I've just squashed it again. It's really difficult to play the piano at the moment with this, or the keyboard downstairs. I can't push the buttons down properly. Most annoying. Anyway, the other thing is Queen Gambit, which is a limited series, again on Netflix, and that's about the little girl who's playing chess. It's really nice, very warm. Do you know what I mean? It's one of those warm programmes that you think, oh, it's quite nice. Feels quite a feel-good film. And when you're watching her playing chess, you are going for her. I'm screaming at the telly, go on, girl, show those stupid boys how it works. Yes, so good things on there. I had a posh pizza last night from the Co-op. Now £5.65 instead of £5.50. Have they managed to put that up 50? Why has it gone up 50 pence? What, the tomatoes gone up, have they? But the cheese gone up a little bit more? Blooming cheek. Same pizzas in Aldi, £3.29, but I'm not going in Aldi during the daytime. Oh my God, so many people in there. And chew, coughing, sneezing all over everyone else. Disgusting. Awful people. Not going in there, thank you very much. So that was that. And talking of food, now this is unusual. This is a story in today's Daily Mail. It's also tweeted. I think it's in a couple of the newspapers as well. It's about Burger King, but it's not what you think. In the Mail this morning, Burger King has shocked fans. I'm now going to do the shocked look. Burger King has shocked fans by telling customers to order from McDonald's, as the chain offered a dire warning for hospitality industry ahead of the UK's second lockdown. It's looking terrible. Hotels, pubs, bars, Central Station. I mean, I don't know what sort of financial state they were in. They weren't in a particularly good financial state, I don't think, back in March. So it's terrible, isn't it? Anyway, the UK branch of the American chain, which is worth an estimated £5.5 billion, posted a heartfelt message on Twitter asking people to buy from KFC, Leon, Taco Bell, Pizza Hut, Subway and Greggs, as thousands of jobs depend on it. You stop ordering, they stop working. We come out of the pandemic at some point, don't know when that will be. Maybe it'll be Christmas. Maybe it'll be in 2 years' time. We have no idea how long this is going to go on, have we? But you do want, presumably, these places to still be there at the end of it. Well, then you've got to keep buying from them. Somehow, some way, life got a new way of meaning, or words to that effect. I don't know the words of these songs. The tweet has had more than 10,000 replies, with many branding the store classy, while others suggesting supporting small businesses and local independent restaurants rather than multinational chains, which is, of course, a very good point. Or perhaps you should be supporting both. I had, what did I have last night for dinner? I had, or tonight, I had chips and onion rings for dinner tonight from the chip shop. I don't very rarely buy chips down here. I do, of course, in Skegness at the Trawler's Catch. Rarely buy chips, but I did tonight, you know. It was all right. And the actual thing from Burger King, the post on Twitter says, we never thought we'd be asking you to do this, just like we never thought we'd be encouraging you to order from KFC, Subway, Domino's Pizza, Pizza Hut, Five Guys, Greggs, Taco Bell, Papa John's, Leon, or any of the other independent food outlets, too numerous to mention here. In short, from any of our sister food chains, fast or not so fast. And the ad goes on. This was on Twitter from Burger King. We never thought we'd been asking you to do this, but restaurants employing thousands of staff really need your support at the moment. So if you want to help, keep treating yourself to tasty meals through home delivery, takeaways or drive-thrus. Getting a Whopper is always best, but ordering a Big Mac is also not such a bad thing. Take care, Team Burger King UK. And you never ever would have thought large companies that are in competition like that would be advertising for you to go and buy from any of them. I think that is such a brilliant advert. And that's what we need at this moment. These large companies and politicians and everyone else to come together and fight as one against this damn virus. You know, really, I think that's a brilliant advert. Absolutely brilliant. I am, personally speaking, I rarely buy out. You know, I just don't have McDonald's or Burger King or KFC. Very, very rare. I prefer to cook it myself. But that being said, I did have some chips and occasionally. When I say occasionally, I'm talking 2 or 3 times a year. I might buy a Domino's pizza through the post. You know. Home delivery or something like that. Really. But there you are. They're begging you to go out there. All right. Did my... you might have heard my BBC Radio Lincolnshire, my little 20-minute show last night, which actually turned into half an hour. Really surprised me, that did. How sad is it that I had that on and listening to it myself? I mean, that's just sad, isn't it? Do you think Bradley Walsh sits there at home and watches himself on the telly? I bet Gemma Collins does, doesn't she? I bet she can't get enough of herself on that telly. Oh, when am I on next? Oh, I can't wait. I was having a little bit of a walk and listening to myself on the radio, and it was supposed to be a 20-minute show. When I sent it over to William Wright at BBC Radio Lincolnshire, when I sent it over to him, I did say, I'm really sorry, it's a little bit long. Please feel free to edit out what you want. But he didn't. That is as I sent it. I actually sent him what you do, because I don't have... I mean, if I was to play you some music now, you probably would think it sounded perfectly all right. But when the BBC play the music, it's a much, much higher quality. It's called a higher bit rate. Basically, a very high bit rate would be 320, known as a wave file. They're the highest ones. They would use a wave file, and I would encode at 122k. That's what I've got my music on. Doesn't matter if you don't understand it. Basically, it's like my music could be classed as a sort of A- road, whereas the BBC would be playing an A+. Do you see what I mean? That's the difference in it. So what I do is I send him over the bits of talking and the songs that I want played, the records I want played. He takes that and puts it all together. And that's how it works. But I sent him a little bit too much talking, funnily enough, you know. And he actually played the whole thing out, which lasted almost half an hour. So I felt quite privileged about that. And I don't suppose he's watching this, but just in case anyone who's anything to do with that is watching this, thank you very much for playing out that half hour thing. I do feel very privileged to be able to have some of my material played out on the BBC. You get emails from people sometimes and, oh, they should be paying you and all this. Now, you see, that's not how I look at it, because I'm not mainstream, never will be. I've come to that opinion now, and I'll never be mainstream, but I'm just grateful that they played that out. I'm very, very grateful to them to have played that twice now. They've done that twice for me now, so thank you very much. Who knows, maybe another one sometime in the future. You never know what's going to happen, do you? So thank you very much, and thank you those of you that sent us a little comment after listening to that on the radio last night. Okay, what else? We've got a couple of stories here. Won't be a very long show today, boys and girls. This mum has been howled a genius. Now, if you've got children, where do you hide the sweets? Because children are very clever. They will find them. they will find the sweets. I know this for a fact. They will find the sweets. But again, another story from the Daily Mirror this morning. And one lady has taken to Facebook to share where she keeps her chocolate so her children can't eat it all. Do you have children? And do you hide the chocolate? You can email the show. I'll include your email in tomorrow's show, boys and girls, okay? All right? Obviously, we're not instant today, but if you want to reply to anything I'm saying today, just do it as an email and I'll include it into... That's how we used to do it, actually, and it worked quite well, to be honest. You know, weren't flooded with emails. We got one or two, and we were always able to include those in the show. So if you'd like to comment about anything that we're doing on the show today, please feel free to send it through at your leisure, and we'll put it on tomorrow's show, all right? Anyway, this lady... A mum has been hailed a hero after revealing how she managed to keep her sweet treats hidden from her family. Where do you keep yours? They'll find them. Sorry, this camera's not so good, is it, this one? But we'll use it just because it's there. A second lockdown has been announced. This lady has shared what she calls her number one parenting tip. The one place her children and partner never think to look for their chocolate bars. Where would you put yours? And you don't say down your knickers, because it'll all melt. Oh no, we can't be licking chocolate off each other. Maybe. Jenny shared a picture of the inconspicuous hiding spot in the Family Lockdown Tips, an ideal group on Facebook where other parents praised her for sharing the game-changing tip. The image shows a container from Asda which holds 6 large eggs. All thanks to Jenny, 2 Dairy Milk chocolate bars. That's where she's putting them, in the boxes of eggs. What child is going to open a box of eggs? Huh? They don't do that, do they? Oh, Mummy, can I have an egg, please? No, not going to happen, is it? Unless you've got a strange child. Oh, my child likes eggs. They're not strange. Well, it's only a matter of speaking. No need to get all up your arse, dear. She called it How to Hide Chocolate from the Kids and Partner. Since being posted, she got loads of comments on there praising her savvy idea. Someone calling it sheer brilliance. So there you go. If you want to hide your chocolate bars, Christmas chocolate is coming up soon, isn't it? Yum, yum, yum. Christmas chocolate. Ding dong merrily on high. We'll be getting some Thornton's chocolates. They're quite nice. Thornton's chocolates. They do this little packet. I think there's 2 of them in a packet. Caramel chocolate. Ooh. That I'm gonna push myself. No, it's not Thornton's. That is Hotel Chocolat. Hotel Chocolat. Honestly, go in there. They do slabs of caramel chocolate, and there's 2 in a cellophane wrapping. Oh my God! I'm gonna tell you now. It's even better. This is saying something. It's even better than Galaxy. They're not particularly thick, but they're just... You will eat both bars. No point. Don't think you're going to be eating one bar. Oh, I'll have that one tomorrow. Doesn't work. Doesn't work. And what I would recommend, don't take anyone in Hotel Chocolat. Sorry, I'll do it in the French tones. N'est-ce pas alors le Hôtel Chocolat ce soir d'aujourd'hui ouvrez les fenêtres à 8h30. And in English, don't take anyone in Hotel Chocolat when you buy that, because they will see there are 2 bars in there and they will want one of those. No. Eat them both yourself. Lovely. All right. Get some of that. Oh, Cliff Richard. We were talking about the occult earlier. Oh, yeah. Is he still here? Are you still here? Y-E-S, yes. Are you enjoying the show? Y-E-S, yes. Anything else you want to say? N-O. Okay, thank you. See? I speak to everyone. Spirits and everyone. Spirit of God in the clear running water. Shania, are you with us? Shania will be with us, won't you, Shania? I know you're there, Shania. Do you remember that one? Blow, blow, blow where I will, but breath of the Spirit is blowing in me. Spirit of God in... They took that out of the hymn book. Why? I have a feeling we used to change the words a little bit, the boys at school. I'm not going to sing them on this programme. No, well, we do not do blasphemy. Blasphemy, whatever it is, dear. Anyway, Sir Cliff Richard, he's been at it as well, dear. 80 years old. We're all going on a summer holiday, but I can't wear my trunks anymore because it's shriveled up and looks funny. I am Cliff Richard evermore. Sir Cliff Richard was so desperate to talk to his dead dad that he considered hiring a medium. I could get this. Can you? You got a parent who's died? Someone you really would like to talk to again? I'm sure there is. But he was persuaded not to by bass player Brian Licorice Locking, who told him it would offend God. I don't think it would offend God, do you? To talk to someone who's already up there? Sir Cliff, who's 80, was 21 when his father, Roger Webb, died after battling lung disease. He wrote in his autobiography, The Dreamer, "Every day I miss Dad so much. While in Australia, I had seen an advert for a medium. I mentioned that I was thinking of finding a medium to try and talk to Dad. Licorice was horrified. That's a terrible idea, he said. Do you realise how dangerous it is? It is expressly forbidden in the Bible. I mean, I don't know, is it? I don't know anything about that, really. Brian read him a passage stating anyone who consults a medium is detestable. Hearing he had almost invoked God's wrath. Lightning bolts are coming down at this moment. Sir Cliff led Sir Cliff to become a Christian after the incident in the 1960s when he was with the Shadows. Ding 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 ding. That's the Shadows, isn't it? Is it? I know they played the guitars. Perhaps not that tune. I don't know, do I? The singer added he still dreams about his dad, and afterwards he is happy and pleased to have seen him again. So there we are. I do know that our very own Adam the Plumber goes to Spiritualist Church, and I've always said, not at the moment obviously, but I've always said at some point I'd go with him and just observe to see what happens, you know. Interesting thing. Perhaps one or two of you have been to something like that. A spiritualist church or anything like that. Send us an email if you want to. Tell us all about it. There's the email address there. Chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. Chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. Toilets. It's one of my favourite subjects here. Poo and toilets. I love the subject. It always sends somebody rushing to the toilet, doesn't it, eh? My sister hates talking about poo. It always makes her go, she starts reaching. Stop it, stop. She don't like it. Well, in the metro this morning, they're showing some disgusting images about how bacteria, I love that word, release the bacteria. How bacteria can be propelled from a toilet when you don't shut the lid. Do you shut the lid when you close the toilet? I must admit, I don't. Never. Not really. I don't. But you should. One flush of the toilet produces thousands of tiny aerosol droplets that can contain bacteria and viruses. and contaminate fur surfaces up to 6 feet away. I think from this moment onward, I may be closing the seat on my toilet. Research has revealed 55% of British adults, are you one? Me too. 55% of British adults don't close the lid when flushing the toilet, despite almost 3/4 saying they are more hygienic than ever before. Are you a hygienic person? Are you hygienic? I'll tell you what I've started doing now, and it's something I never really did. Now and again, I would clean a kitchen, and I mean now and again, okay? It never looked dirty, but I didn't do it all the time. What I tend to do now, at least every 2 days, is just lift the plate rack and spray the thing underneath it with a bit of bleach. Give it a wipe and put it back down again. I don't rinse it off. That's it. Kills all known germs. Dead. Good. Research has revealed 55% of British adults don't close the lid when flushing the toilet, despite almost 3/4 saying they are more hygienic than ever before. I like to think I'm much more hygienic than I used to be. Seriously, the first thing I do whenever I've been out, and even if I've just been for a walk, I wash my hands straight away, as soon as I come in. Go around someone's house, I wash my hands. All the time. In this eye-watering series of pictures, high-speed cameras have captured droplets and particles being fired from a toilet. Are you ready for this, boys and girls? Be ready to be horrified and shocked. Oh, this chair. What do I have to do to stop this squeaking? It squeaked last night on my little radio show. Hang on a minute, here we are. Look at all the viruses coming out of that here. See the little yellow... Let me zoom in a little bit there. Let's be better. Can you see that now? Look. Viruses and bacteria. And you're breathing them in? You're breathing in wee and poo. I'm sorry, dear. I'm going to have to put it... You still don't get it, do you? I'll put it to you straight, shall I? Would you sit down and have a plate of poo? No, you wouldn't. Well, you're breathing it in, dear, from the toilet. Here's a better one. Oh, this picture's much better. This is a shocker even more, this one. It's better than that one. Where's my camera gone? 1 moment, please. Trying to connect. Here we go. Look at that. Look. That's all the stuff being fired out of the toilet. Some of you more than others. Time to shut those lids, my darling. Ghastly. What looks like a firework going off is actually aerosol droplets getting catapulted into the air. They had catapults on that film last night I just told you about on Netflix. The King. Catapults were fireballs. Oh, they were fab. There were no guns in those days. They put the fireball on there and into someone's castle. It was giving me ideas. When I get upset with the neighbours over there who's got that grinding machine. Oh, God, get on my tits. Toilet bowl water remains contaminated for several flushes. Did you know that? See? I knew I was doing the right thing. I have to flush the toilet several times. Yes, I'm addicted to toilet flushing. It's an illness. As well as the other ones that I've got. Toilet flushing is an illness. Toilet bowl water remains contaminated for several flushes after becoming exposed to harmful pathogens. This little virus is nothing compared to what's coming out your pork. Dirty people. And these potentially contaminated droplets can fly onto other bathroom surfaces and even into people's faces. Oh my God. Dirty things. If a person touches a contaminated surface, they can then become, here's a great word, one of my favourite ever words, infected. You can become infected when they touch their nose or mouth. No touching. Well, it's bad enough touching your own nose or mouth. What about when you touch someone else's? Or when you touch someone else's tongue with yours. Just have a kiss. I mean, how unhygienic can it be to stick your tongue in someone else's mouth? Oh, to think I used to do things like that. Made me feel quite ill now. When asked why they do not close the lid when flashing a toilet, the top reason from respondents included being unaware of the risks, 47%, feeling afraid to touch the lid, 24%, and general forgetfulness, 15%, for those of you with Alzheimer's. Ow! But my mum and dad's got Alzheimer's. That's really not a funny comment. Well, don't watch this then. It's about life, this programme, dear. Life. Life. The Research Commission, almost all of the 2,000 respondents, 95%, said they will start to close the lid after being made aware of the risks. There you go. Must close that lid, my darling. Be safe. Perhaps a little spray of bleach now and again. There you are, my love. Cleaning the toilet bowl, deep cleaning more frequently and mopping the floor are the top things the nation has started doing more of over the last 6 months. Now, the one thing I don't do enough, quite seriously, is mop the kitchen floor. It's just something I can't be bothered to do. It's not like it takes long, to be honest. I mean, really, it doesn't take that long. The only thing is I've got a bit of a stone floor downstairs. It's not flat. It's like slate stuff. It's been down about 15, 20 years now, my stone floor. I love it very much, but it's a bit, do you know what I mean? It's not that difficult to clean, but it's not as easy as a flat floor. But even that being said, up at the Lincolnshire Television Studio Complex, I've got lino there. I don't think I've ever done it. Don't think I've ever mopped it. And I've had the blooming studios 2.5 years now. Dreadful, really, isn't it? But it doesn't look dirty. If I look down on the floor and I could see great scrapings of mud all over the place, then yeah, I'd probably clean it. But as a general sort of daily thing, I just don't bother. Not good, is it, really? One more story, and then we're to today's birthdays. A mum of 4. Now, to me, I would imagine that this would be quite an easy thing. How would I put this? A common place to hide such things. All these drug dealer type people, right? Presumably they have to, well, they do. They have to hide all their drugs and that everywhere. Always makes me laugh when you're watching these customs programs on the telly, from airports and places like that. And these people are hiding stuff like they're the first ever people that have thought about hiding stuff in the bottom of their shoes or, I don't know, in their socks, in false bits in the suitcase, thinking that no one said, oh, he must be the first person ever. They're never going to find it in there. Yes, they are. They're not stupid. You are the stupid one for thinking that you can bring this crap into various different countries all over the world. Bad enough here. You go to some of these countries and do that, chop your head off. Yes. Well, this one here, a mum of 4 hid £1,600 of cocaine in her children's Kinder eggs. Now, what if a child had picked that up? You silly old bag. Vicky Holland. Doesn't that name say chav to you? Vicky Holland? It just says chav, doesn't it? Her stash was uncovered in police raid when she was at home with her partner. And she looks like a drug dealer. She does. Yeah, look. Because she's got all these designer things. She looked like a dodgy drug dealer to you. She does to me. I don't know what they actually look like, but she looks like one. The phones showed both were supplying the Class A drug. She's in South Wales. Admitted possession with intent to supply. Evidence on the phones demonstrated both were involved in supply of cocaine. So not only did she hide them in the eggs, she took photographs of them as well. Why would you do that? She accepts she got involved and did so rather stupidly. Gosh. Where's the boyfriend? Yeah, he looks a bit dodgy and all. She got a 20-month suspended prison term. And the boyfriend was jailed for 30 months. So what's that? 12, 20. That's 2.5 years, something like that, isn't it? Gosh. And you couldn't make it up, some people, could you? That to me would seem a pretty obvious place to hide something in a Kinder Egg. Would it you? Maybe not. Under a bed, in a Kinder Egg. I don't know. Wherever else. Right. If you'd like a raffle ticket for the show today, please feel free. Send us an email and I'll reply to the email with your ticket number by sort of 12 midday. Usually the show would be finished over by 12 midday. So by 12 midday today, that's Tuesday the 3rd of November 2020. If you want a raffle ticket, you get your email in to me by 12 o'clock. I'll give you a raffle ticket, all right, for the next fridge magnet. Don't forget, we're doing this one over the whole month because there's only one fridge magnet left. How exciting is that? There you go. All right. There's only one of those left. All right. We're due today's birthdays then. Happy birthday on this... I can't find my birthdays now. Happy birthday on this Tuesday, the 3rd of November, 2022. Here we go. Karl Wood. Morning, Karl. Oh, little Karl, I work with him. Happy birthday to you, sir. Happy birthday to Karl Wood. Cedric Peter James Hoskins Jr. today is a very young 55 years old. Happy birthday to you, sir. Scott Terry. Good morning, Scott. Happy birthday, Scott. Iain Farron. Morning, Iain. Happy birthday to you. We've got John Paul O'Hare, 34 years old. And the lovely Sam Pink. You're a nice person, Sam. Always remember you when you used to come along with some of the drag to the various places that I worked. So happy birthday to Sam Pink and indeed all the birthdays on this Tuesday, the 3rd of November, 2020. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Twice, coronavirus. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Indeed, lots of wonderful birthdays as always on the show today. Finally, we've got a couple of photographs that have been sent in by a regular correspondent to the show, Mr. John Paris. There we go. Couple of pictures there. That's their visit to the Vatican. I know exactly where those gates are because I've stood at them as well. That's Rome there, of course. Rome. It's a beautiful city, Rome. I mean, there's just so much wonderful architecture there. There really is. The picture coming round again is the Pope, the guards. The Swiss guards who asked Sherry to leave the area as she posed a security risk to the Pope. And I could see she could be quite a dangerous lady, to be honest, can't you, Sherry? She's a dangerous lady, is our Sherry. All right, now, of course, it's Tuesday night tonight, boys and girls. So you'll be able to join us live tonight from 8 o'clock on this channel for the Tuesday night quiz. All right? It's also the last time they'll be showing our quiz for the moment in Central Station, which is in North London, of course, because we've got the lockdown starting on Thursday and they won't be able to open. So if you're not doing anything tonight and you fancy doing this quiz in a pub, they do show our quiz at Central Station Bar, which is in North London. Good prices on the drinks and the food there as well. If not, just stay at home and play along with everyone this evening. That's Tuesday night and every Tuesday night from 8 o'clock. Hope you enjoyed the show today, and I'll see you again tonight at 8 o'clock. Have a lovely day. Bye-bye now.